Hi, Linda. Let me know when you can hear me. Hey, how's it
Hi there.
going?
Hi there.
Do you have a good
Good.
week?
I did. I am super tired today because
Oh,
I had to pick my husband up from the airport and his plane was delayed. And so we didn't
oh,
get home till 3 in the morning. So
oh my goodness. So you're just getting going for the day.
actually, but I still woke up at 8 a.m. So that's why I'm so tired.
Oh, so you're just sleep deprived.
Yeah.
Oh, your body was like, this is when we wake up. Oh, yeah. So that definitely can affect your voice a little bit. So we'll just kind of see where it's at with
Yeah.
everything. Otherwise, everything's feeling good.
Yeah. Everything's fine otherwise.
Usually when usually when I have vocal fatigue or, I'm just tired generally. Well, my voice teacher says I am less tense and in my head, which is good. But she said I get this just like little fuzzy quality around the edges. It's a little less clear of a tone when I'm tired, but she's
Mm.
like, other things are better. So,
Okay.
so that's what I usually find. I'm a little more at ease and relaxed because I'm too
Oh,
tired to get tense.
gotcha.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that clarity suffers just a tiny bit. But
Uh,
hopefully for you, we find that all is well.
yeah.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and we're gonna dive in and see where your voice is at. Did you try to warm up or sing it all before the
I-
lesson today?
I'm sorry, I did not. No.
That's okay, no problem at all. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just wake up that voice, see where it's at. How did
Okay.
your practice of your songs go this week?
So we had our choir performance on Sunday. So,
Yes.
and that went very well.
Oh,
There was
good.
one song that you and I didn't work on that I came in
Okay.
late on, but
Ah.
oh well.
Yeah.
But the others,
Well,
Awesome
fortunately, there's
God
a
went
whole
great.
choir, right? So if everybody
Yeah.
else comes in and you're a little behind on the
Yeah.
entrance, nobody's even
Yeah.
going to notice, right?
Right. Right. So anyway, but Awesome God went great. I was
Oh,
thinking about my breathing and when to take those
yeah.
breaths like we worked on, and what was the other thing? There's something else we
Hmm.
worked on that I was keeping in mind, but it went well.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm so
Yeah. Oh, the
glad.
singing along in my head so that I knew kind of what the note was when I came in. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Excellent. So
All right.
some overall it sounds like it was a really good performance and enjoyable, a fun
Yeah.
experience and where you've got that
Yeah.
community aspect and one late entrance does not, negate all the rest of the good stuff that happened there.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Awesome. I feel like every performance, something goes wrong, and
Sure.
a delayed
Sure.
entrance with a choral performance is like, psh, no big deal.
Yeah. And our church is really laid back too. So
Aw,
yeah.
yeah, that's great. I'm sure everybody enjoyed it, and I bet nobody in the congregation even noticed that one
Probably
little
not.
spot. Alrighty, so we're gonna dive into the singing component. So think about that good singer's posture. We're gonna think shoulders back, sternum and clavicle open and expansive. Thinking a nice elongation through that spine, a nice long back of your neck, that chin level with the floor, ears over shoulders over hips. We're going to think about that nice open pathway for that air. So letting that jaw release down, tongue nice and relaxed. Make sure the tip is touching those front teeth so that we know it's not pulled back and blocking that airflow. Nice open path for that air to take. Expansive, thinking of everything expanding and opening as you inhale and your ribs opening up. focused energy up and out as you exhale. So breathing in, expanding low. Getting that cycle and flow and just connecting with all of that. Nice. Alrighty. So then let's go ahead and we're going to start waking up those vocal folds a little bit. So let's breathe in through our nose. We're going to release on a hum on the way out. So in. Breathing in. Good. All right. Okay, so then let's go ahead. We're going to open the jaw now. We're going to sigh through on an ah. A nice open, floaty, relaxed, a little breathy sigh. Breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing in. Yes, good. Excellent. All right. So then let's try aha.
Aha.
Good. And let's try oh no.
Oh no.
Yes, very good. All right. So then we're going to try doing some exercises with the keyboard now. Alrighty. So all that's feeling nice and, open and the breath is working.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Great. All right. So then let's focus on the breath movement first, but also keeping things nice and relaxed. And let's try on those lip bubbles. Nice. Good. All right. So then let's try on those lip bubbles. Let's do one, two, here we go. good. All right, so let's sigh down. Nice. Good. All right. Excellent. Okay. So then let's try. mm, Let's do on a scale now. Why don't we try using the to get that nice focus there? And let's do it on a chromatic scale first. So let's do a
Time
one.
out.
Yeah,
What's a chromatic scale?
that's totally fair. A great question. So it means instead of doing our typical patterns in a major scale, a minor scale, we're moving entirely in half steps. So it's like you're doing a scale, but it's almost like a slide because we're getting to the notes in between the notes. So if you
Okay.
listen, hear how I'm going through the little half steps, little tiny steps through,
Okay.
right? So it's forcing us to go through some spots we might otherwise want to avoid, right?
Okay.
All right, one, two, here we go. Excellent, good. Let's go ahead and slide down. Nice. All right, good. So then we're going to try going through now just on a regular major scale. Let's try on, let's do ooh. Let's start with a Z. So zoo. One, two, ready, and zoo. You know what? I started playing the chromatic again. Whoops. Here we go again. Ready,
Okay.
go. Zoo. 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 All right, so at the top there, instead of more of an ooh, we have to open a bit more to an ah. So it's going to be more of an ooh at the top. So try that one again, opening a little more at the top, breathing in. Good. You feel the adjustment there?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Good. Yeah, that felt a little more open and free to me. Great. Let's go ahead and slide down.
Oh.
Beautiful. All right. So then let's try. We're going to do on an arpeggio now. Let's do.
All right, here's another
Yeah,
timeout.
sure.
What is an arpeggio?
Wonderful question. Yes. So an arpeggio is basically taking a chord and breaking it into a melody. So if you're looking at a piano, you're skipping. So if I was going to do a scale, I'm going from note to note to note to note to note. So for instance, if you start on C, and just follow the white keys. You go C, steps to D, steps to E, steps to F, steps to G. Just the note right next to it on the way up and on the way down. For the arpeggio, if I was starting on C, I'm going to skip over one note. So from C, instead of going to D like the scale, I'm going to skip the D and go to the E. And then instead of going to the F like a scale, I skip the F and go to G. So an arpeggio is built on skips. So you'll hear about triads. That's a regular chord, and that's going to be two skips put together. So it's going to be C, skip to E, skip to G. That's going to make your basic triad chord. Sometimes we make our chords a little more interesting by adding something else to the mix. So you might have like C chord plus 6. So it's like a C6 would mean play the chord, but add the 6th, which would be an A, which just makes it more intriguing, or add the 7th, which makes it, again, a little more intriguing and more interesting chord. But the basic chord is always going to be that 3-note triad built on 2 skips put together.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Gotcha.
So when I say arpeggio, instead of playing all 3 notes at once like you could on a piano, we are breaking it up into a melody on that chord. So I'm going to do then from the A, we're skipping up to the C sharp, and I'm skipping up to the E, and then I'm going to come back down. If I was playing on the piano, I'd play all 3 at the same time, possibly. I could play the arpeggios, but vocally, we're not singing all of those notes at once. We're breaking it into a melody. So when I say arpeggio, I'm talking about chords and singing them as a melody. All right?
All right.
All right. Great question. I love it. So we're going to try here. Let's do on C A R A E. C
Okay.
A R A E. Breathing in.
Okay.
C A R A E. Breathe. C A R A E. Breathe. C A R A E. C A R A E. C-I-E. 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 All right, so you probably felt we've transitioned now into the pure head voice at the top. How'd that feel? Pretty good?
Yeah. Felt good.
Great, excellent. All right, beautiful. So then, let's go ahead and slide down again. Ah,
Oh.
nice. All right, so what song are you thinking of starting with today?
Just the Flowers song, and we're just
Great.
working on that
Absolutely.
contemporary sound.
Contemporary sounds. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Good. All right. So, what I would
Yeah.
love to do is have you sing it, and that way I can hear where it's at, and then we can play with it and
All
tweak
right.
it and work on specific moments. Um, so, why don't we have you pull up the track? Are you doing it with her singing, or are you
Yeah,
trying
with
it
her
on your own
singing. In
now?
fact, I haven't done it very much at all lately, so
Okay, all right.
it'll be
So with
very
her
rough.
singing, all right. So we're gonna have her singing, and then you're gonna sing along with. So just a lyric video that you'll sing along with for right now,
Okay.
because we're still getting to know the song and listening to her, so that we can take on some of those more contemporary style singing aspects.
Oh, blue skies and hillsides feel so far away. I wrote in my notebook that I've seen better days than the ones as of late. I can't bear the weight. The rain won't stop pouring out of my window pane. I haven't left my bedroom in 76 days. I wish some things would change. 'Cause I'm losing faith. So I put it up in a desperate prayer. Lord, why are you keeping me here? And he said to me, child, I'm planting seeds. I'm a good God and I have a good plan. So trust that I'm holding a watering can. Then someday you'll see the flowers grow in the valley. So whatever the reason, I'm barely getting by. I'll trust it's the season, knowing that you're by my side every step of the way. And I'll be okay. 'Cause I brought it up in a desperate prayer. Lord, why are you keeping me here? And he said to me, child, I'm planting seeds. I'm a good God and I have a good plan. So trust that I'm holding a watering can. And someday you'll see the flowers grow in the valley. When I'm on the mountain and looking down below, I see a valley of flowers that needed time to grow. And I'll thank you for the rain, the hurt and days of pain. And I'll bring it up in a desperate prayer. Thank you, Jesus, for keeping me there. You know just what I need. And you planted seeds. 'Cause you're a good God with a real good plan. You hold my world in a watering can. So I can have peace. The flowers grow in the valley.
Nice. All right. Okay, good start on this one today. So tell me, what are the things that you are feeling and hearing that you're like, "Ooh, I liked this. This felt good. This was enjoyable. I was excited about that." What's the number one thing that you felt positive about here?
I didn't feel like I was getting as heavy when I got to lower notes. That's,
Okay.
yeah, it was a lot. I was
Good.
able to keep it lighter than I did before.
Yes, that's definitely something that we've been working towards, right?
Uh-huh.
Trying to keep those lighter notes in the bottom. It's so interesting to look at how contemporary music, kind of has these stylistic flows to them. So, like thinking back to when I was younger, there were a lot of singers that had a more like light, floaty, airy kind of sound, like Jewel, right?
Hmm.
That were contemporary singers. And then we went through this time where it was just all big, belty, like Kelly Clarkson and like
Yeah,
Jordan Sparks, One Step at a Time and stuff. Where it's more Christina Aguilera, these big, like,
right,
I am beautiful, like
right,
big belty things.
right.
And then now we're seeing a little bit more of some of those lighter sounds coming back into play, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's interesting how the trends kind of change over time, but they'll always come back, right? So that's why I'm always like, whatever your voice is, never feel like it's wrong or anything because trust me, like the trends always come back, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so I feel like you think of like Sarah McLachlan and stuff. You've got this lighter area kind of a sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Fly away from here, right? The
Oh,
one they play with
uh-huh.
like the save the puppies,
Right,
or like the
right.
feed the hungry children in the world commercials. Yeah, so those lighter sounds were very popular for a while, but then they went away for a little while and now they're coming back. So, yeah, um so keeping the lower notes lighter is going to help with the transitions up. So what I'm going to challenge you, just because of your instincts, is to lighten in your lowers and then add a little more intensity in your higher notes in this song. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
like,
right.
child, I'm planting seeds, 'cause you're a good God. Hear how I like lightened and then I intensified it going
Ah,
up?
okay.
and you have a good plan. And
I can
then
work on that for
sweet
sure.
just then I'm holding. Because that's, I think,
Yeah.
going to be helpful to you to have the lower be lighter, but the upper be a little more intensified. Just to, because ultimately we want it to flow really smoothly, right? Um, we want it to sound like it's all one smooth, connected, same voice. But but depending on the technique, it can sound very much like two voices because of those two muscles controlling the vocals, right? When we're lower, we usually have that TA
Yeah.
muscle, chest voice muscle activated. When we're higher, we usually have that CT or head voice muscle activated. But learning to be able to use that head voice muscle when you're lower and use that chest voice muscle when you're higher can also be very, very helpful. So I want to go through it and we're going to try being a little bit lighter at the bottom, a little more intense at the top. So we're going to try on VVV. So, V V V V V V V V V V V V, right? And then we get to that V V V V V, right? And sing through a little
Okay.
more when you get to the high. Now with
I'll
this
try.
V V V, you're going to feel every single note. You're going to be reconnecting and engaging with your core, with your breath. So you're activating that breath, getting that moving. And then the E, what I love about opening to a vowel is it's going to open your palate up a little bit more. The E is great too because it's forward. It's one that we can feel and hear really easily. What is the shape and where do I feel the vibrations? So I think it's a really good one. Plus, we don't have that risk like with more open vowels of like the tongue pulling back and blocking the airflow. So V, 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 a little bit lighter in the bottom, a little more intense in the top. And you're also going to feel the air. You'll have an awareness there. In the low, we don't need as much air. And then when we go higher, we're going to need more air. That V is going to help us figure out that feeling of the breath and how much we need. So let's go ahead and try on that VVV exercise, a little lighter at the bottom, a little more intensity at the top, a little less air, still steady flow, but less air needed at a slow, steady pace, and then more air needed at a faster, more like oomph at the top. Yeah.
I will try.
All
Okay.
righty. I tried to explain a little bit more because you seem really curious today. So I'm going to try to start explaining why we're doing certain things more. Okay.
That'd be great.
Love that.
Well, blue skies and hillsides feel so far away. Now rolling on the roof, and I've seen better days than the ones I know. I can't believe the rain start pouring down my pain. I haven't been my bed doing the 76 days I was 'cause I'm losing you. So that's me. Someday you
All right, so I'm going to stop you just because you're doing a different exercise. You're doing the, which is a beautiful exercise. But I want you to try the V, 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 V,
Oh, okay.
V,
I'm sorry.
V, 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 V. You're going to
Yeah.
feel it a little differently, yeah?
Okay.
All right,
All right.
so why don't we just pick up right where we just left off and switch to the V, V, V.
Okay. That'll do it. Yes.
Good. All right. Why don't we stop there with that one? All right. So I'm going to have you try. Let's go through again. This time I want you to try singing through on just the vowels, the words. So like child on planting seeds going to be I, right? I'm a good God is going to be all right, so on the vowels, but I also want a little more straight tone this time, okay?
Right, I've tried.
All right, awesome.
Oops, that didn't. Let's go
All
back.
right, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna let my pup out, but I will be right back, and you go ahead and
Okay.
start, okay? Go
You want me to go ahead and start? All right.
ahead, yeah, go ahead and start.
I can't I will be cause I believe so I need so and I'll be okay. God, I'll be oh, and he said, I'll praise him. My God, so there's someday you'll see the home in the and I thank you for the day, the hurt and I'll be thank you for me. You know it's crying. And you praise me. You're a good boy, you hold so I can have peace. The power of delay.
Awesome. I definitely heard you doing some of those things that we've talked
I tried.
about. Yes, good. Okay, so now we're going to try going through the words again. This time I want you to think about instead of singing it really accurately, try to let it have a little bit more personality and freedom. So, like, instead of you're a good God and you have a good plan, I'm going to do more like 'Cause you're a good God and you have a good plan. Right? You hear how I sort of personalized it a little bit, where it's not so correct and exact. In choir, I might do that. 'Cause you're a good God and you have a good plan. That's going to sound better in that group setting, being all together. As a soloist, I want to make it more my own, right? And every time I sing it, it might be a little bit different. 'Cause you're a good God and you have a good plan, right? So trust that I'm holding a watering can, right? See, here how I have a little more freedom,
Mm-hmm.
right? Flowers grow in the valley. You can add little like riffs and variations. You can do a little delay. You can do like suspensions and anticipations. Cause you're a good God. That would be a suspension where I linger on the note before going to the next one, a little extra. Anticipating would mean I get to it early. 'Cause you're a good God and you have a good plan. Right? Where like, 'cause you're a good God is the suspension. 'Cause you're a good, 'cause you're a good God. Here I got to the note early. I went up early. So it's you just play with like tiny variations and it's gonna make it sound a lot more unique and your own. So I
Yeah,
challenge you to just play a little bit more, right?
sure.
Um,
Yeah, I do that.
Right here, how it's just like tiny little variants, and
Yeah.
it makes a big difference. So I want you to play a little bit this time with having a little more freedom and just trying stuff. At first, when you start kind of going off script like that, it's gonna feel really awkward and like I don't know what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
But it's okay. You can flub up. I feel like working on jazz was really helpful to me for this because I
Mm,
was so well trained that it was just like I learn it and I do it as written, right? And so then in
mm.
jazz, they're like, oh, we love the imperfections. We love the ugly sounds. We love the
Ah,
strange, little like cracks that happen and stuff. They're like, no, that's a cool thing, where you hit
ah,
a wrong note, and they're like, oh, no, it's a blue tone. We love that, right?
ah.
So it definitely freed me up and made me feel more like, hey, like all is well. I don't have to be perfect. And it
Be more
actually is better
original.
when I'm not. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I want you to
Uh-huh.
try just having a little more freedom, a little more play, and let's
Okay.
just go through it and have fun with it. Okay?
Okay. Well, blue skies and hillsides feel so far away. And I wrote in my notebook that I've seen better days than the ones as of late. I can't bend my way. The rain won't stop pouring out my window pane. I haven't left my bedroom in 76 days. I wish some things would change. 'Cause I'm losing faith. So I'm riding up in a desperate prayer. Lord, why are you keeping me here? Then he said to me, child, I'm planting seeds. I'm a good God and I have a good plan. So trust that I'm holding a watering can. Then someday you'll see the flowers grow in the valley. So whatever the reason I'm panicking by, I'll trust it's the season knowing that you're by my side every step of the way. And I'll be okay, 'cause I'm right up in a desperate prayer. Lord, why are you keeping me here? And he said to me, child, I'm planting seeds. I'm a good God and I have a good plan. So trust that I'm holding a watering can. Then someday you'll see The flowers grow in the valley. When I'm on the mountain and looking down below, I'll see a valley of flowers that needed time to grow. And I'll thank you for the rain, the hurt and days of pain. And I'll bring it up in a grateful prayer. Thank you, Jesus, for keeping me here. You know just what I need. And you're planting seeds. 'Cause you're a good God with a real good plan. And you hold my world in a watering can. So I can have peace. The flowers grow in the valley.
Nice. Okay. What did you like best about that?
Just get more into the emotion of it, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, feeling it
absolutely.
more. Yeah,
I agree. Yes.
yeah,
And it's so interesting because, we can sit here and we can be like, okay, we're going to be softer here. We're going to crescendo here. We're going to be louder here. We're going to put an accent here. But sometimes if you just connect more emotionally, all of that falls into place without having
huh,
to think so hard about it. Yeah. So
yeah,
sometimes that emotional connection is just like, boop, there it is.
yeah.
Yes. So what were some things that you noticed that felt different that time through?
I wasn't worried so much about getting it right.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
It
exactly
definitely
sure what
felt
I
more
did.
relaxed and had a little more ease and freedom and flow to it to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Any
Hmm.
specific spots that you thought, oh, that feels a little bit better when I
Oh,
let myself off the hook like that?
I don't think I can remember.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I just wondered, kind of reflecting back. Sometimes
Okay.
I'm the same way where I'm like, I don't know, I was so focused on doing it, I don't really know what happened,
Yeah,
which is where recording yourself can come into play and be really, really helpful.
I
Um,
do. I record
yeah, and then
all of
listening
our
back to
lessons and go back
yourself.
through them.
I love that. And you can review, you could even take some notes. One of my students, Victoire, she's started having kind of like a lesson journal, and she'll be like, hold
Hmm.
that thought, and she'll jot something down. And she just said for her, writing it down and being able to look back at it is really helpful to her.
I do
But you
that
can
too.
even go back and listen through the lesson and then like jot down notes of things you're, because I know every time I
Yeah,
listen to my lessons, I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I should work on that more. Oh, okay, that sounds better like that. All right, I got to be sure to remember to do it that way, and so things
yeah,
kind of click differently than when I was in the middle of it doing it. So
right,
love
right.
that you're doing that.
Okay.
Wonderful. Well,
All
great
right.
work today, Linda. You
Thank you,
sound
Vandi.
beautiful. So keep up the good
Thanks.
work, and
All right.
I'll see you soon.
See you next week.
Bye,
Okay.
Linda.